I'm sure that many of my fellow frag heads out there are looking for great alternatives to really expensive fragrances. I've got one for you today, one that no one else has been talking about. It's brand new. I think it actually released today. So guys, I'm pretty sure you want to know more about it, but you gotta stay tuned. What's going on, guys? I'm Joshua, and this is your channel, Scentsense. To all my returning subscribers and fellow viewers, guys, thank you. To all you new people who are checking it out, guys, hopefully you stick around after the 30-day free trial, even though YouTube is free, and you subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about a new release from a relatively new fragrance house. Not new to all, new to some, but a mainstay in the fragrance community and one that most people know about. The house is Parfums Vintage. For those of you who don't know who Parfums Vintage are, they're a fragrance house that puts out dang near identical fragrance replicas of very high-end niche and designer fragrances that most people may want to get their hands on but can't afford the cash for. As far as their designer scents, they're still kind of close to the prices you would pay for designer scents, but they're intended to last much, much longer and to replicate various old batches that haven't been reformulated and used to be that powerhouse batch that everyone used to love. Today, we're going to be talking about a fragrance that duplicates a fragrance that is as old as I am. That's right, in 1985, two American classics were made. One, me, and two would be Green Irish Tweed. Green Irish Tweed by Creed is one of the most iconic fragrances that most fragrance collectors have in their collection. It's a mainstay when it comes to Creed fragrances. It's, as many would say, spring in a bottle. It's a gentlemanly, green, fresh, and vibrant scent. So since they've already replicated and nearly duplicated Creed's Aventus, what would you do next? Well, of course, you've got to stay in the house, stay with Creed, and go with the next best thing, and that's Green Irish Tweed. The fragrance that we're talking about that does that job as close as possible is Verbena Fields. As you can see, guys, the box is really nice. Instead of the black or the other colors you've seen, it's that classic white with the gold inlay. You have the logo on the top, batch information on the bottom, some caution information: flammable until dry. Do not spray near fire, flame, or heat, or any incandescent material. Avoid spraying towards eyes or sensitive skin. Do not use for any purpose other than that it's which intended for. On the other side is ingredients. It's a bunch of crap that's put there just to let you know it's safe. And of course, on the back, you've got the Parfums Vintage painting thing that they do on the back of all of their fragrance boxes, which is kind of weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. So the box, although really cool, leads you to believe, man, when you open it up, the packaging is gonna be great. But it's kind of let down with this bubble wrap stuff with tape on it. And then when you get rid of that, man, look at that. It looks like all the other bottles. It looks like they're sticking with this new black and gold inlay label with the black top. It's a 3.4 ounce bottle. It's 100 milliliters. On the bottom, it's got the website, the name of the fragrance, and the concentration and size. Verbena Fields, in my opinion, comes very, very close to Green Irish Tweed. In my humble opinion, it's better than any other impersonator, duplicator, clone of Green Irish Tweed on the market. For me, Tres Nuits, which is one of the most popular ones that's offered by Armaf, that most people reach for when it comes to a Green Irish Tweed clone, for me, it's headache inducing. I find that it's got a very, very sharp, clearly synthetic note in it. And although it does smell slightly like Green Irish Tweed and gets better and better as it dries down, for me that opening is just no bueno. This is gonna have a lot of the same notes. You're gonna have the lemon verbena, you're gonna have the bergamot, you're gonna have the ambergris, you're gonna have the sandalwood, blah, 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 blah. But what's different is they've actually added lavender in this. I find that it brings it back to a smoother version than any other version of Green Irish Tweed. I find what they tried to do with this was balance it more. On this hand, I've actually got the dry down of Green Irish Tweed. On this hand, I've got the dry down of Verbena Fields. Yeah, guys, they're pretty doggone close. I mean, you're almost pulling hairs when it comes to trying to find a huge difference between the two fragrances. I haven't had enough time to get into how long this will last and what the projection is like, but I do know for me, for Green Irish Tweed, it will last anywhere between 7 to 9 hours, and it will project anywhere between 3 to 4, and after that, it becomes closer to a skin scent, but not quite completely a skin scent. You're still gonna get wafts and sillage. I couldn't tell you that one smells stronger than the other. I couldn't tell you that one's projecting stronger than the other. They seem to be just right on par. So I'd assume that it's gonna last that way, being that all of the main notes that you get in this, you'll have in this. The only difference I find with this is a little bit smoother, and I kinda like that. If ever I had any complaint about Green Irish Tweed, is that there's this really sharp note, and I can't ever pinpoint what it is, that lasts right through the first hour and a half to 2 hours, and then it smooths down. For me, I feel that this transitions straight into the mid of this. I plan on getting more wearings out of this so I can give you a better, accurate description of what this does, but as of right now, you're not gonna uncrown the king. Currently, this bottle comes in 2 size options of 50 milliliter and 100 milliliter. The 100 milliliter is $89. Now, you're gonna say that's quite pricey, but you're not gonna buy brand new in box a 100 milliliter bottle, which is the new size of Creed, for $89. So on initial impression, is this something that I think you should check out? Definitely. Spring is still here, summer's coming, and I think this would work great for both. Along with that bottle, the good folks at Parfums Vintage went ahead and sent me a sample. It's this little sample sprayer. I'm gonna go ahead and send this to one lucky person. You don't have to be subscribed. You don't have to like the video. Look, I'm just gonna give it away. It seems way more complicated, and it seems like a lot of people don't like to have to do that extra effort. If you do wanna subscribe and you do wanna like the video, then by all means do so. If not, just leave that you want this down here and explain to me why you think that this would be a great fragrance to have. Make sure to stop by and check in on any future videos to see if you'll see the full review of this fragrance. That about does it for me, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again sometime around. Make sure to subscribe, guys. All these new videos that I release, they'll drop right down into your feed, right next to all the other reviewers I'm pretty sure you watch. Go ahead and like the video. Like it if you like it. Guys, if you don't, I understand. Go ahead, guys, leave a comment below. Let's get the conversation started. What do you think about Parfums Vintage? What do you think about all clone houses? And how close do you think most of them come to Green Irish Tweed and other fantastic fragrances you own? Until next time, guys, I'll smell you later. Peace!